Shout out to the VIP, to all the day traders. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. We're going through a little bit of a recoup here in terms of an ascending triangle. I know that the VIP are ready to trade. We're in the back. We're trading right now. That's why I decided to come live. A lot of ascending wedges in this zone. We'll review the price action from today. Just want to let you guys know, if you're not a VIP member yet, you need to join. Absolutely, you need to join. And we're excited about the returns today. What was it? The latest, and you'll see on the top underneath the VIP, you'll see several returns. Anthony, 1,200. That's actually a trade now for 1,400. 1,400 is the max now from Anthony. Another trade today was, let's see, Freddie. Freddie, just up there on the screen right now, just incredible. Nice returns, Freddie, nice returns. We'll look back over the residual in terms of who all booked trades today, etc. We'll cover all that later, but right now we're going to cover a ongoing trade right now. The difficulty in the current pattern that we're looking at is twofold. We're going to look at the 5 minute, and we're currently at 22,667. Just so that you guys know, we do day trade. That's what we do, guys. We day trade. We're not holders. We don't do that, and we are very, very accustomed to technical analysis. I'm a former financial professional, but this is not financial advice. You guys know that. And in terms of the framework, I let you know last night, that video that I let out, that we had a downside target. Just to discuss this, guys. Boom. What happened? We hit our downside target, right? Yes, indeed. Boom. We hit that downside target from that video, YouTube video. Bam. Then we broke out of the bullish structure. Cha-ching. Very nice. Ton of volatility in here. Was an incredible day to trade. A lot of volatility. Excited about the just the price action, guys. That's what we need. Just incessant price action. The more, the better. So this preceding level. Let's look at this on the 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame on the preceding zone here. I just showed essentially on the macro how we broke out of the descending wedge. Okay, so in terms of the flat top resistance, and this is an immediate update, guys. We need to get to this. This is an urgent update in terms of the technicals here. Pardon. In terms of this flat top resistance, ascending line of support. That is an ascending triangle. Those are great to trade. So preceding zone. I'm explaining this, guys. Preceding zone has a flat top and an ascending line of support. Another ascending triangulation. It is rare that we don't revisit this preceding line of resistance here. It's just rare that we don't touch back down to this prior resistance. I always say, show me a prior resistance and I'll show you orders at that level. So we're trying to muscle up over this specific formation here, still not at the entire, amplitude target. So that has us interested in the move above the underlying ascending triangulation, right? That has us interested. However, currently, we are also, let me go ahead and draw this out well, we are currently within the framework of a rising wedge. Okay, you guys can see this. We're just over the apex of a rising wedge. Quite a bit going on right here. There's an underlying rising wedge as well. I'm going to mark this right here as a target to the downside. Boom, I already have over here. That's great. I'll put it right on the apex. And just to let you know what that feature is on the 1 hourly. And the good thing is as we're getting some momentum, a little bit of momentum to the upside, you guys are seeing that, well, wait, London has some upside targets, doesn't he? What are the upside targets? You betcha, guys. So looking at these potential upside targets, we have almost made it about halfway there to the first target, nicely indicated by the framework of the descending wedge, kind of the level 2, right? The level 1 would be above, but I'd say the double descending wedge here, the apex, that prior agreement between the buyers and the sellers, the conclusion, essentially it's almost like what would you say, that convergence, big word. Don't want to frustrate people with heavy TA, but the convergence. Okay, that's what that apex is. Okay, so when we have broken down from this specific preceding level of support, level of resistance, that agreement in the demand function, we are currently in a divergent state from that specified preceding agreement. So to the extent that that offers us an opportunity, for a recoup play, we are ready to target. What do we need to get there? We need a pattern, right? So not blindly taking a position to a target. First, we need a target. Second of all, we need a pattern to get us to that target. Now, right now, the big question I'm just going to bring up to you as we'll dig back into the framework of the ascending triangulation and just answer this yourselves. We'll answer it tonight, but it's the big question on the map is, are we still within the same range? Okay, the range function, the low to the high. We're still within this same range, meaning we still, yes, we're going to observe the fact that we've broken out of the descending wedge. However, we are going to need to compete with these preceding levels of resistance across the top. Very important. You guys know that. So within that dynamic, I just want to keep it in I'd say first and foremost, that we are still within a range, okay, this specific range. To say that we are free and clear of any hurdles to get up to our targets, that's just not the case. So we're taking it on a pattern by pattern basis. You guys know that first we identify a target, then second we need a pattern to get us to our target. This is looking strong. Now the 5 minute, it's actually the 5 minute and the 3 minute are going to have an ascending line of resistance. I want you to note that on the 5 minute. The market is, I guarantee you, they're paying attention to this 5 minute differentiation. The 1 minute chart will have a preceding level. And guys, glad we're streaming. The 1 minute will have a preceding level here of resistance, okay, with a flat top here with the indication for a move to the upside. So we have the 5 minute battling, as we would always look for confirmation. You guys know we're always looking for confirmation. And to the extent that any upward diagonal channel, very, very basic feature of TA, just generally any upward diagonal channel as such is at some point going to be bearish, unless we just were to scream. Guys, that would be, I'd say it would be preferred, of course, but it's just rare is the case. Bam, that we just moved to the upside out of a clear feature to be looked at. And what do we got? Freddie saying VIP is the place to be. Freddie, nice to have you here tonight, my man. What's going on, brother? Really exciting to chat with you a little bit today. And every time I talk with VIPs, guys, just so you know, every time I talk with VIPs, there's just a lot of progress that goes on. I got to tell you guys that in terms of trades, in terms of Freddie, you've been really digging into Fibonacci's, and I think from the extensions to the takes, from the entries to the exits, etc., really digging into the just solid core technicals. It's really nice to know that Freddie, that you're really making a ton of progress. And I brought up last night, guys, very important. I want to just reframe this issue for everyone. I brought up last night, Freddie, I don't know that you were here or not, but about levels of exposure with leverage. And I brought up the fact, I discussed the issue as to whether or not you have 100 times, okay, in expendable income, right? Just expendable cash reserves. Do you have 100 times your trade amount? Okay, do you have that? All right, 100 times outside of your trade. Do you have 100 times what you're trading that you're comfortable with losing? Do you? Because I'm going to ask you that while you're training, while you're getting together and really fine-tuning your trade. Just imagine not having that. You know, yes, the problem becomes while you are refining your skills, as we're looking at the flat top and the ascending line of support here. While you're refining your skills, you can commit some very expensive mistakes. And it's not your fault, right? That's not the, and I don't hear people really saying this, but it's just a fact of the market. And the market's very good at and guys, sometimes the mistake is, well, I don't really like this pattern, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I really want to trade. And I'm going to talk about that very briefly tonight, but I do want to cover it. This is going to be an important stream to listen to. A lot of times when traders get in the mindset that they need to make money, okay, and this is important, please listen to this. They'll use more money, okay? And what else will they do? Not only will they use more money, but they will trade more, okay? They'll use larger amounts of money and they'll trade more, okay? That is an extremely dangerous combination, okay? When you're using more money and trading more, because you feel like you need to make money. And Freddie, I don't think you were here for the entirety of the stream last night, but I want to cover this for VIP. It looks like we're getting some nice trajectory to the upside. Watch this level of resistance from the 5 minute across the top. Should receive a bit of interaction at that level of resistance up above, but looks like we're pushing up. Let's look at the overall 0.71% up to 22,750. Nice rebound for Bitcoin, without a doubt. We were trading in the back, incredible volatility. Just a nice nice day to trade. You guys hit the like button if you wouldn't mind, so that I know that you guys are VIP, that you're with the group. I appreciate that very much. I'm spending the time to talk to you guys. I can call you guys. Literally, I have your cell phones, so I can call you or we can stream. Right, so just hit the like button. Let me know that you guys are VIP. So just understand those two concepts as you look at a market that's trying to rebound. There's in flux, a heck of a lot of volatility, very clouded, uncertain future in terms of equities, the entirety of the market with additional inflation. Okay, the runaway train it may be unstoppable for a while. Right, it's going to go. So we look at the flat top resistance here. Would be nice to muscle up through this level of resistance. Just mind that, guys. It's going to be a little bit tighter, actually, on the 1 minute here. Going to be a little bit tighter right in this zone. Going to make it a little bit difficult. We're really going to need some trajectory to the upside, guys. We're really going to need bulls to muscle in to this specific move. Let's measure the amplitude move. If bulls can get their act together, if we can blitz this to the upside. Notice the preceding zone. Preceding zone below was a broader formation, right? It was a much broader formation. This is a more succinct or compact formation. Okay, so we are tightening. I'll just tell you that we're tightening. What would be the expectation? We have a more of a broad formation. We have a tightening formation in terms of this. It's just implying that, yes, we're going up. There's just a bit of a constriction going on. And so it would be great to see bulls squeeze their way out of this and just hammer through the roof. Would be nice. Just absolutely just start launching, guys. Sometimes descending triangles can do that. Normally it's at the bottom, just so that you know when you're looking at trading a descending triangle. And there we go. There's some nice activity to the upside. Congratulations to the VIP who are trading VIP. And you guys know that let's take care of that 5 minute if you could. If you could take care of that 5 minute, that would be great. Get up through that 5 minute. Let's see where she's paused at right now. She's taking a little bit of a break there, a little bit of a breather, but that's a strong ascending triangle, isn't it, guys? In terms of the framework that we would talk about, and we could just talk about the technicals right now. Looks like a nice ascending triangulation. Looks like we're trying to get through that 5 minute. Let's look at the candle wicks real quickly and see how we're doing. Yeah, looks like we're doing well. Looks like bulls have come to play for the start of the game here. Let's see what we got in terms of this. 1.37% to the upside. Freddie, I know that you are trading. Congratulations. And VIP, I know that you're trading. Congratulations. We formulated this in the back a while back. And congratulations, guys. That's a nice trade. You guys are in the money. Anytime you're in the money, what is it, guys? You have a decision to make, to hit the button. When your screen turns green, you have a decision to make, even right now. Yes, while we're parked at that line, which is a level of resistance. And yes, while we still could traject to the upside, right? Looks like we're going to make it, guys. Let's say look to the upside for an additional 1.28% additional to the upside. Nice that we're streaming. Good price action for a stream. We'll take it. This is London with Bitcoin spike. So this is an example of a nice bullish pattern, without a doubt. I know the bears are on standby. They can't wait to get an ounce of BTC in their veins. They cannot wait. They can't wait to do it, right? You guys know that. The bears are just they're roaming. We had Luke with a bear sighting. He's on a bit of a journey with his family, etc. And he is on I think he actually saw some bears. It was really cool. That was unbelievable. He was sitting there eating grass or whatnot. I was like, he's eating the green. That's just VIP. We have a group like that. It's like if a bear market was declared, S&P 500, etc. equities, and we just know it's like one of us is going to run into an actual bear. It's just going to happen. That's really cool. And shout out to Luke. And I'm just glad that you guys are trading and everything's going well. And in terms of everything, the framework that I had put a few things in as we watch your trades work out and just kind of keep company while the trades are working out here, while you guys are making some money. Congratulations. What I'll say is, just to be reminded, and we have an upside target, I'll just state this is 23,220. Okay, 23,220 is the upside fully maximized target. And so to the extent that what happens, and I know a lot of you have to maybe wake up early or other things to do, etc., just so that you know, I have the mean reversion channel, MRC, mean reversion channel, up above the price action, so that you're aware of that mean reversion channel. This yellow line is the mean. Okay, in terms of some people look at it as they look to it as overbought, oversold. Okay, overbought, oversold on the top or bottom on a multi-time frame basis. So very important for you guys. It's a nice indicator to have around. And so to the extent that I was discussing something, and we have time with the price action, and I know you guys are making money, I know you're trading. What we'll talk about is just something that's really impressing upon me to tell you is the following: that when you're trading to make money, and you feel like you need to make money, right? You're often it's counterintuitive, because you're going to probably use more money, right? You're going to want to go in heavier so that you'll make more money, and you're going to trade more. You're going to feel like you need to trade more. There's a level of somewhat of anxiety, or somewhat of a push, a pressure for you to trade larger and more frequently. Those two components are each going to work against the notion. Typically, guys, the vast majority of the time are going to work against what you're trying to accomplish. It's just the truth, because you're going to be over leveraged. You're going to be over, I'd say, over involved in terms of your trading, in terms of your exposed is the proper word. You'll be overexposed in terms of your cash position, okay, trying to make more money. Then you'll be trading more, right? You'll be trading more because, of course, you need to make the money. So you're bringing more to the table, and you have this anxiousness, and you're ready to just blitz it. You've got it, the AK-47 automatic, boom, 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 boom. It's time to go. We got to hit the trades. That's guys. In terms of that, you need to rewind the mental there. Okay, when we talk about it, and I use the rifle range. I use that frequently, just because some guys are in the military around here, etc. I know Richard, shout out, what's up? But as you look think of a target practice fire range, we do 100 rounds, etc. But it's all about consistency and discipline is the notion, right? And it's that repetition of like an expert marksman that would get in and be able to control down to blood pressure, down to breath, down to literally blinking, right? They're going to shoot. They know what to do. It's going in the bullseye, okay? Now, just frame that, if you would, around the fact that, just imagine trying to qualify for expert marksman. Just imagine this, guys. You're trying to qualify for expert marksman, and in the town or wherever we're at, right? The expert marksman, the ones who can go in and hit the bullseye, get they get $500. They go in and they go to the gun range and they get $500. Great. Well, everyone wants to sign up. Everybody in town, they all get the guns. They all get ready for the rifle range. They're all ready, right? Everybody just needs to go and work on, it's maybe a far target. It's not easy to hit, right? A couple 100 yards, some simple sight. We want to get into details. The point is this: imagine yourself being in such a rush so fast, literally, that you've got to get in there. You've got to learn how to hit that target. You've got to run. You've got to, at some point it's like, whoa. The guy who learned to control his heart rate, to control his breathing, to control literally his whole neuromusculoskeletal, everything, guys, about his body, right down to when he's going to blink in regards to pulling the trigger, okay? When that guy isn't rushing to the gun range to learn that, he's not firing through his ammo as quickly as he can. He doesn't need to keep his hands busy. He doesn't need to, he's not worked up about the number necessarily. I guarantee you, he's focused on accuracy, methodically approaching things. So in terms of things, as we look at a retest on prior resistance, okay, attempting to flip into support, seeing this line from the 5-minute, looks like it. We'll go back over to the 5-minute, see. Yeah, we got up and over that line. We did get up over that level of resistance. Looks like it's come into play somewhat. And actually a different line has come into play. Very interesting. Just a secondary line here has come into play. So let's look at the 3-minute there. 3 minutes, not a bad look. 3-minute, I look, guys, it's when it's on, it's on. I'll use it on the specific mobile. And I don't like telling you guys, this. I do not like telling you guys you have a decision to make. You know this, right? I don't like saying, hey, and by the way, you have a decision to make. But when I see some sort of level of resistance, etc., you'll normally hear it from me. So we won't blame me or anyone else for the price not completely trajecting to the upside. Is it done, right? That's going to be the question. Is the move done, right? If you took right? You may have switched sides already and been in the money on both sides of this. So while I'm sitting here explaining is the move done or not, someone's already booked 2 trades, right? So back to the methodical marksman, okay? Back to your natural inclination. It's a normal psychological effect, guys, to get into the market because you're used to working harder, right? We're used to working harder. We're used to getting there early. We're used to really hustling in front of the boss or this or that, or not taking a break, whatever it may be, right? Showing up early, working through lunch, and it's got to go, 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 go. We're used to that. The market is a different beast, guys. It's a different animal. I just say a different animal, right? Just in terms of that. It doesn't want you to work all day long. It doesn't want you to work all night long. It just doesn't, guys. It doesn't need you to do that, right? You feel like you need to do that, but really what you need to do is be selective about your trades, is settle down like the marksman and make sure you've got your breathing under control, make sure you've got your heart rate, everything is cool, smooth, you're ready to go, you're focused, right? But you're not there in a panic to see, okay, I'm it's not your emotions and your psychology feeling like you're going to earn and to make money and this has to work and this is going to happen with you using too much cash, right? That natural baggage you're going to bring to the forefront, guys, is too much cash and trading too much. All right, you're going to feel like you have to make the money. You have to do it now. We got to use it. No, guys. And that's why we do 100 rounds. We do that, and I'm telling you guys, it needs to be just whatever trade you're in, because some people will go heavy. And I said this last night. Just understand, you need to have 100 times, okay, in expendable, no, just worry-free money, guys. Expendable worry-free money. If you lose the 100 times, you got backup reserve, savings, everything else, guys. You got all that savings behind what I'm talking about, expendable cash. Expendable cash is you would lose this amount of money and it's not even going to bother you. Okay, literally not going to bother you. You'll get into a trade for a small amount of money. It will, guys, you'll be involved in the trade. You'll want to win it. It doesn't matter if it's for $20, $2,000, $200,000, $2 million. You'll want to win the trade, I promise you, because you want to trade. You want to learn to trade, and you want to book a trade. Now, some VIP go very heavy. I'll tell you the truth. They do. They go very heavy. Some VIP lose a lot, okay? Some VIP are used to that and are used to losing a lot for many years, and they can handle it. Other VIPs are not used to that, okay? Other VIPs, the bank accounts, the number of zeros in it may change, but it's the same mentality in terms of that I just wanted to bring to you guys, and I wanted to focus on that, and I wanted to stream about that because when we look at you guys are not retail traders, okay? You're very sophisticated in terms of technical analysis, okay? Extremely. You're focused on New York Institute of Finance, right? You're looking at the same information that Wall Street's looking at. If we look at this flat top resistance, ascending line of support, the rising wedge feature seems to be somewhat in play, as we would just back up on this just a touch here. Some difficult patterns today if we were to walk back through the entirety of it. I won't bore you with it because I know that you traded it, okay? I know you traded it. In terms of this, we did in the back, looking at this rising wedge feature here. Yeah, we had a target here after price achieved up and over that rising wedge, boom, to the downside, right? And that wasn't a surprise because you guys got a video on that, I think, last night, didn't you? You got a video on that last night that we were expecting price to go to this level. Boom. Nice. And the pickup here we got in the back. Yeah, we got that in the back, didn't we? Boom. That was some volatility right in this range. That was huge, guys. Nice volatility. Yeah, we caught this big old arrow just staring right at it. It was nice. So move to the upside. A little bit of a surprise up in here. Just nice framework of a breakout here, I'd say, from that wedge feature. Then, and let me zoom out to confirm that's on the wedge feature. I just want to confirm that as I zoom out. But also last night and I just encourage you all to listen. If the video that I cut on YouTube is 5 or 6 minutes, try and just relax and listen to it. Just be like, okay, we have to talk about inviting VIPs for 30 or 40 seconds and then back to the technicals. Just try and listen to it. And frame yourself around what I'm trying to deliver in terms of the bullish feature here. Boom. That was nice. We got the bullish feature and we got the pour down. That's a 1-2 punch, guys. 1, the expectation to the downside, boom, then bam. Nicely done, guys. And again, while we're looking at upside targets, we couldn't be more thrilled, right? Because when we leave them, we mark them, right? We want to get back to them, right? It's not like we're down here and all of a sudden we're going to start talking. This is a big deal, guys. We're down here. We're going to start talking about where we may be headed. Nah, guys, we leave these behind, right? We leave them behind. And at some point, we do it intentionally because we don't have the pattern framework to get back to the specific target. So as we're rebuilding, we know these specific patterns above. We know these targets, right? It's a very nice aspect. It's a very we say just kind of advanced. It's an advanced way to involve in the market. It's nice. So looking at to operate in the market, absolutely. So looking at the framework, 5 minute did present a problem, right? This ascending line of resistance. At least we were prepared for that. Now, if you traded, and now this would be a deal too, if you traded the ascending triangle on the 1 minute, right? And I did bring up here, it's like, well, you have a decision to make because we have the line of resistance. Like if you got in here, I just want to bring this up just as a hypothetical. If you got in here and you heard me say you have a decision to make and you chose not to sell, okay, you went long, and you're upside down in your trade right now. And that is something that bothers you. You're upset, and you say, I keep losing trades. What are the 4 rules, guys? Buy at support. What's the second rule? Sell at resistance. Boom. If you just did that, and I know it seems too easy, right? It just seems way too easy. It's like London's always saying that. VIP are always talking about that. Buy at support, sell at resistance. You might have sold here. You might have got back in here, and you might have sold here. Okay? But to the extent that you're pushing your trades, that may just be your demeanor. That may just be what you're, just, what do we say, just an irreproachable bull, right? You're just, you can't be helped, right? It has to go up. In which case, I'll just tell you, if you're relying on your trading for income, if you're convinced that you have to make money, and this is your segue, and a lot of people have this dream, guys. I meet people all the time because we have this group. I meet people who are very successful individuals in life, very competitively successful individuals. Some of them in front of a lot of people. Some of them have prominent positions, and they want to trade. They literally still look at me, and I'm like, with a job like what you have, you want to trade. They're just thinking, I'm like, you want to trade in your spare time. But some of them are really brilliant people. They may give keynote addresses somewhere on some very sophisticated things, guys. They want to trade. I met a girl today, and she wants to trade. I'm looking at her, and I explained to her one thing. I said, when we go to school, because she's very mentally capable, and please receive this story. It's very interesting, guys, in terms of your approach, what you're going through, and your trade development right now in terms of your trade approach. VIP, we'll say just what in terms of VIP. Okay, looking at this failed pattern right now. We did not have confirmation. As we look at confirmation, what is confirmation? It's not just the price line. Returning to prior resistance to confirm as support, boom, to move to the upside. It's not just that. That would have been a confirmation on the price line. However, confirmation is also agreement. It's an agreement between all of your time frames, right? And we just had this level of resistance or another level of resistance on, like the 5 minute, for instance, was just an ascending channel framework. You guys know this. That's not confirmation. As you would look for confirmation on your and this is important, please note this. As you look for confirmation of your patterns on different time frames, the more agreement you have, if you have the 5 minute, the 3 minute, the 1 minute, the 15 second, 5 second, 1 second, all the time frames lining up, all pointing, yes, go, we are good for takeoff. In such case, you have confirmation. With variability here, without a flat top on the 5 minute, we did not have confirmation, right? So that probability begins to drop because the traders start to see that. And typically, yes, you can get surprised. Maybe the exchanges want to throw a fastball or a wild card to the traders. When that happens, guys, that's fine. when you get surprised and the market gets surprised and you know something just went the wrong way on the screen, this did not work out, that's fine. That happens. That's okay. Was it a bad pattern or was it a pattern that didn't have confirmation? Right? The ones that upset people are the perfect patterns that had the confirmation. However, you get to the point where you just know, right? On a specific trade, you get to the point where you just know. This one's it. This is it. However, that is not the time to increase your capital. I'm going to tell you guys that who are on 100 rounds, etc. in VIP, that is not the time to increase your capital, right? Particularly if you've had a bad run on the previous pattern and, well, that pattern just burned me. Now I'm going to go double heavy, hit it, angry, etc. And now I'm going to prove to the market because guys, in terms of your ability to think cross time frame, you have to put your emotions into check and think about what that's doing to your ability to analyze the confirmation, to analyze the patterns, the support, the resistance, right? All these issues, when you talk about the psychology of a trader, right? How much more or less efficient do you become? Please listen. How much more or less efficient do you become when you become emotional, right? When you become distracted, when you have just even, guys, 5 to 10, maybe sometimes 15 or 20% of you is upset over the preceding 2 or 3 trades or the way the day is going, or just that much more flustered, right? And how much of you do you need to be able to focus to trade? You need 100% of you to be able to focus to trade, right? So to the extent that you could create a circumstance where you know you're going to become emotional. You guys know this. And how would you become emotional? Well, you'd probably be overexposed in a few trades, and it would bother you. It would really bother you to some degree. And I'm just going to put this arrow here. We had this in the back, okay, this flat top resistance here. You guys have that in VIP in terms of this. And I didn't put it here on the live stream, but you guys had that in the back, didn't you? We'll just verify that you guys had that. And so the issue is, how much of you do you need in the back? Let's see if I can get into the VIP chat. I don't know here. Where are we at? Smash the likes, everyone. Listen to Freddie. Isn't that cool? Smash the likes, everybody. Listen to Freddie. Boom. I like that. Thank you, Freddie. You see this arrow down here. VIP had that arrow. That's nice. That's nice. You guys had that arrow. Good job, guys. Now, we're still on support, right? We're still on support. So buyers attempting to pick up on support on the 5-minute. Looks like we're trying to continue to formulate this upward trajectory of a channel. These aren't comfortable to trade all the time. It's like Cliffhanger, right? That movie Cliffhanger, you know, when Stallone is there just hanging around like backwards, or he has the girl on the cliff, whatever it is. I forget the scene. I haven't seen it. But as you would look at that, it's just like, you know, is he going to hold her? Is he going to hold her? Is it, you know, is she going to drop? We don't, you know, that's about how this gets here. You know, at some point it's like, no, I'm a bull. I'm going to power in, etc. Yeah, this is a nice level here too, right? And in terms of that, as we talk about controlling your emotions, this is important talk, guys. What is one way, if you wanted to guarantee yourself that you would be distracted on a trade? We're looking at the 5-minute right now. We have the mean reversion channel, MRC up and above. And just looking at the 5-minute, it has a level of support trying to engage right now. The buyer's engaging or not. Some will choose to trade that. Some will choose to not. Okay, it's just, is that your optimal trade? Is that the trade pattern that you want? Is this the trade pattern that you have designated to charge into today? Is this the trade? Do you want this trade? I can't answer that for you. You like swing trades? How many bites of the apple have you had here? This is let's say this really won because we established a trend line here, though it did push. Let's look at this on the candle wicks. Okay, and this is where things will get interesting, is when you really look at this along the way here from the original line here drawn up through this level here. This really began to push down, and you know the price line started to dip beyond this. Then on this second level drawn in through here, you know the price began to dip and push on beyond this, right? So it's been a consistent gauge of tolerance of the buyers to hold a level of resistance that wants to continue to push beyond that which has already been established. Okay, that's happened once. It's happened twice. Okay, so it would be nice to have one clean hit. I'll tell you that. And you need to be prepared for that as a trader when your levels of support push. Okay, when they push. because there's normally buyers right below that level of support. You guys pay attention to this. There's normally buyers right below this level of support. So when that price line decides to just push on down here below that level of support, bam, very uncomfortable if you've bought just, well, say I have to get it ahead of time. I have to get it up here in case it doesn't hit the support line. And then you pick it up, and every time almost you watch it just drizzle on down like, wow, I could have bought it down here, right? And then you may let it go down here, and it'll want to get back up into the line of support. So it's happened one time here, cut under support, 2 times here with a level of support, cut under support. Then we're pretty much in the clear, but though we have is it a clean hit now. Just understand this level of support's been a little bit difficult for the traders. It looks real simple now, but it's been a little bit difficult cutting into itself a touch here. So yeah, if you wanted to formulate like a plan against yourself or against someone who is trading, and we're watching the pickup. I know you guys are trading. I know VIP are scheduled. You guys, I know you're trading. I know you're doing great. But one of the ways that you could guarantee that you would emotionally be ill-prepared, guys, completely ill-prepared or out of shape emotionally to trade, not focused 100%. That's probably the best way I can say it. Just not focused 100%. Not in the good mood you need to be in to trade, not in the focused, realized, kind of self-realized, purposeful, dedicated approach. Yes, this is going to happen. I can do this kind of mode. Is you could spoil that entire requirement, okay, the possibility for it, by losing beforehand and it being an amount of money that would bother you, right? By being bothered like that, literally it is a self-defeating trap you can lay for yourself. And it seems like, well, I won't do that to myself again, right? Maybe that happened last time, maybe it happened, but it gets to the point, and you have to really consider this, that you start to have to look at it like, I don't need to do that to myself again, okay? Because trades are going to move against you, okay? Now, you'll get to the point where you can book. I'm going to tell you where you can book 4 or 5 trades in a row, okay? But getting there, you're going to have trades move against you. I guarantee you, guys. I guarantee you. I'm telling you guys, the best guys on Wall Street, the #1 guys on Wall Street, have some of the worst. Guys, I'm telling you guys, I know this for a fact. I'm not going to give you names, okay? But I could. If you need names, call me. If you need a name, call me, okay? In terms of #1 Wall Street and bad stories about bad trades. It's going to happen, period. So when, and I will give you a name if you want to call me. If VIP, you have my number. You can call me or text me, and we can discuss it off the record. Maybe you sign a non-disclosure agreement or something. I don't want to talk trash about anybody. It's not even trash. It just happens. It's a bad trade, right? But you really could sabotage yourself. Okay, you can sabotage yourself, self-sabotage, when you enable yourself to have this I need to make money approach, when that means, and by thinking that you're going to bring too much cash to the table, right, than you need to, and you're also going to most likely trade more. You're going to trade more than you need to, more frequency, more trades. So you're going to be overexposed in your trades, and you're probably going to be trading, guys, worse trades. You're going to be selecting worse trades because you're going to feel like you have to trade more. Now, that's an awful combination, guys. That's an awful combination where you're bringing more money than you should to the table because you have to make money. This is it. I'm going to make money today, right? So you're bringing more cash, and you are not being as selective about your trades because you want to trade more. Like, whoa, man, that is a runaway train. That train is off the tracks. It's off the tracks in the dirt. It's not good, guys. That's a runaway train, right? So how do we solve that? You make sure you're not overexposed, right? And in terms of the self-sabotage, in terms of that, when you talk about the psychology of the trader, trading is something that's different than, guys, 99% of the jobs that you've had, or the work contexts that you've had. It just is, right? You don't necessarily have to work harder. It's not about sweat and toil. It's not about, guys, it's not getting, it's not the hours at the office. I got to get there early, first one in the office and last one to leave. I'm working on weekends. That's not it, guys. It's not like that. You need to be more selective, Right? Can you imagine finding a trade that you maybe one trade a day? Maybe you find a trade a day. Maybe you find 3 or 4, okay, as things develop, but you're selective about it, and you're never overexposed in terms of your capital. It's a guarantee for self-sabotage, to lose an amount of money that's going to bother you, because the next trade you're not going to be 100% focused, right? Forget the money, okay, but you won't be able to. You'll be upset, wound up, heart rate through the roof, right? Literally, you'll be, I mean, everything about your whole system will change. You'll be upset. You'll be ticked off, pissed off. You'll literally be sitting there, wondering if you should break your phone or break your computer. It happens, guys. It's like, this stuff happens. So don't self-sabotage. The answer is what? Light exposure. You need to be the 100x. And yes, we're doing 100 rounds of 125x, but you need to have 100 times your trade amount, your margin that you put into a trade. You need to have 100 times that amount, and that needs to be that 100 times, whatever that is in the kitty, whatever that is, that bulk, that needs to be comfortably expendable cash. I promise, okay? It needs to be comfortably expendable cash. Now, what does that enable you to do? For some VIP, that amount of money is literally going to be $10,000 a trade. For some, it might literally be $100,000 a trade. Okay, we have some big VIP. For others, it might be $5 a trade. The purpose is the following. The purpose is that if you have 100 times, literally, I'm saying if you're gonna put in on leverage $100 a trade, then you're able to say times 100, you have $10,000 in, listen, comfortably expendable cash. It's comfortably expendable. It's not a problem. That $10,000 is gone. That's not a problem. Let's just go on. Let's trade. Right? That's fine. Let's trade. We're good. No, that's allotted for. No problem. You need to have that because you're going to impede your process. If we look at the breakdown again, the push through level of support has been a difficult level of support. But to wrap your minds around how do I draw these levels of support the way that they have pushed the buyers, just so that you know. And I'm glad to see that we've broken through this next level here, because this is an instance where you would say, oh, very easy, just buy at support, sell at resistance. Huh? Yeah, buy at support. It does push through. This does happen, right? And in terms of that, what I'm going to say, guys, that the example is just laid out for you to consider what you're putting yourself through, how you're setting yourself up. And when we say the psychology of a trader, it's just the worst thing you can do is interfere with your trading success and your kill rate, your hit rate. Okay, the worst thing you can do is interfere with your success rate with your own lack of potential capital. Believe it or not. Now, if you're going to let your own potential lack of capital interfere with your success rate right now, that is the absolute prescription for disaster. Okay? And listen, if you let your lack of capital, expendable capital, right? Meaning you need to make money. You're here to make money. This trading is about making money, right? That's the idea. You come to the plate with that. But you're letting your lack of capital, okay? When you decide to go heavier and you take that approach, you're letting your lack of capital dictate an approach that is going to just literally, it's a sabotage routine, guys. It just is. Every time it's going to be. Because when the trade moves against you, okay, it just takes one trade at that point. It just takes one, okay? Because then one trade moves against you, then you're blown because your emotional state is gone. It is gone. It's the need to recover at that point. It's the knot in your gut. It's the pressure, the sweating, literally the anger, everything, guys. Now, that's you literally allowing your lack of capital to interfere with your success rate. Do you understand that? And those are two different things. Okay? Your lack of capital has nothing to do with your success rate unless you combine the two. And those are different equations, guys. Those are different equations. You understand that? Meaning you don't have the capital to trade, right? To trade enough, so you're going to go as heavy as you can every week. And this, no. Because that guy who goes heavy, as heavy as he can every week or as heavy as he can every month, right? What he's going to do, or every day, some guys, what he's going to do is he's going to interfere with his success rate. And it's the exact opposite approach. He's going to get upset. He's going to lose. Then he's going to not care and say one more time, he's just going to not even care. Or whatever he's going to do, throw the towel in. I'm going to tell you guys, the approach is to remove the capital issue from your success rate. Okay? Focus on, as we look at this level of support push yet again, focus on your consistency. Don't worry about making money. Don't make it about making money. Make it about you learning and focusing on how to sit down and book 4 positive trades or 5 positive trades anytime you want. Any time of day. Any day of the week, you sit down, you book a trade, no problem. Boom. You have to find the parameters under which that is feasible. When does that work for you? It is a journey, guys. And in terms of that, you need to make sure that you're aligned out for that you're not, it's like, I say a journey. What I'm just saying is I want you guys to respect the process and to respect yourself, to respect the expectations that are involved. And it's just, it's critically important that I have this conversation with you because you're involved in leverage and you want to make money in the market. Obviously, you're in the market to make money, guys. But if you will allow the capital considerations to sit on the side, and if you will focus on the success rate, you find an amount per trade that you can trade, guys, you have 100 times whatever you're trading right now, period. Okay? And every VIP knows that I've talked about you. I've talked about this with you. Each and every one of you that I've talked with and set up on leverage, every one of you has gotten this discussion. Everyone has. But I want to cover it as a group, okay? Because we all know this, okay? But let's talk about every trade you have 100 times that amount in what? In comfortably expendable, set aside cash. That's no problem. It's expendable. Okay, it can literally go away and it's comfortable. It's not going to bother you. All right? Now, that is the approach for the following. Listen, please. You will get into a trade. This is the thing. You'll get into a trade. You cannot allow yourself to be distracted mentally, to go into this source of anger or to be upset when you lose. You can't be distracted. You have to be focused. Guys, you have the 4-hourly, 1-hourly. If you choose the 77-minute from the 45-30 to the 15-12-7, 5, 3, 1, the 15-second 5. Guys, you have 15, 20 time frames. 15 to 20 time frames. Okay? You've got your candle wicks. You've got between your mobile phone, between your job, your life, your family, your friend, whatever else you've got VIP, whatever you've got in life, you got 15 time frames, guys. Okay? You got other coins. Excuse me, hold on. You got other coins you're looking at? That ain't going to work. No. No. You're going to dig through 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 coins? No, you're not. No, you're not. If you want to be successful, and this is it again, guys. This year, 2022, work on your success rate. Work on your success rate. I'm going to say that first. Let the idea of making money start to revolve around your comfort and your ability to sit down and book 4 or 5 positive trades whenever you want to. Just like typing, once you learn to type, you sit down. You need to hit the return button every now and then. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, not bad. In terms of that, let me just state that the success rate has to come first. And for that, you've got to remove the capital component. You cannot be distracted from a loss ever, okay? You cannot sit there and trade emotionally because, guys, your whole system, your whole mental framework is gone. You're trying to recover. The last trade's a problem. You have to go blank slate. okay? And that's the terminology I use with traders. You have to go blank slate. If anyone ever comes to me and is upset, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Listen, listen, listen. Breathe. And now we're going to take this completely blank slate. Boom. Okay? Because all of that, and imagine as upset as you've gotten on a specific trade or anything else. Imagine, guys, just the ability to just erase all. It's not easy. It sticks with you. It's money. It's also your ability. It's your pride. It's all that. It's all that good stuff, guys. It's why we're involved in the market. We're competitive individuals, and for some of you, it may be a lot to ask that you remove that capital requirement from yourself. But I promise you, if you focus on your consistency first, on your success rate first, and if you, the guys who tell me, London, I can book 4 or 5 trades whenever I want to, when you start saying that to me, you got something big, kid. Period. Okay, I mean it. When you tell me you can book 4 or 5 trades whenever you want to, and I said it just like I said it that first time, you got something big, kid. That's the way to do it, guys. You let the rest of the capital fall into place. You let your skill set develop. You work with right now the technicals in front of you. If you have to refer back to a page in the New York Institute of Finance, if you look at a diagram and you still haven't really memorized, and I mean because you've read through that paragraph so many times, if you really don't know still what it says, okay, I'm going to tell you, you probably aren't ready to really go book 4 or 5 trades at any point in time you want to. I'm going to tell you, if you have to look at the diagram again, and then you have to kind of read back, what did that say again? You're not ready to go and book 4 or 5 trades at any point in time. I'm just going to tell you, it's not a bad thing. It's a process. It's a good thing we have that material, grade A, top shelf, pro level stuff, guys. And in terms of that, I just want to encourage you guys that information uptake will occur, okay? You don't need to worry about it. So, well, I'm so busy with this. I'm so busy with that. You'll get it down, I promise, because I'm saying it a lot, okay? I'm saying it a lot. You don't realize what I'm saying a lot, okay? In terms of when I speak, a lot of the times I'm using the same. You'll read some of the descriptions in the patterns in New York Institute of Finance, and you'll say, that sounds just like London. You know, I promise you guys. So I try and incorporate that without being overly academic or anything like that. And if you guys know top traders, if you know top traders, and you guys are top traders, everything but academic. Some of the coolest dudes around, period. Tough dudes, don't mess with them. Don't mess with us. You know this, right? So the notion that it's all just academia, New York Institute of Finance, is like, no, it's some cool cats. Some cool, heavy-hitting cats and dudes and dudettes, I'll say, for the girls in the audience as well. So that is the notion of today. I wanted to bring this to you. Please don't forget this communication, that the sabotage starts to occur when you, and guys, it's a natural thing to do, but when you feel like you have to earn money trading, you do what, guys? You bring too much money and you trade too frequently, okay? Those are the 2 worst combinations you can put together because you're not as selective on your trades. You feel like you have to trade more. Like the pattern here, the ascending triangulation, yes, it went to the upside. I told you guys in this zone you have a decision to make because we had a line of resistance, okay? On the 5-minute, it's an upward channel, okay? We didn't have the flat top here, et cetera, et cetera. But you'll jump into something thinking you have to make money, wherein really you're stepping into a different, let's just imagine you're at a poker table and it's like, okay, man, I've got a 50-50 shot on this hand. And really it's you taking a U-turn from that table, going to another table where you've probably got a 1 in 20 chance. I'll just say you might as well make it better. Let's say like a 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 chance. Okay, so you're going from like a 50-50, right? And I'm saying on a pattern, it'll be better than that, maybe an 80% chance on a nice pattern with confirmation on every time frame, no problem. You're at that poker table, everything. Oh, hey, it's 80-90%. This is a good one. It's a good hand I got here, right? Now, you would take an about face from that and you would go to another table in the casino and you would just say, well, I prefer to be here. I prefer to sit and play with my cash. I need to make some money, so I need to really gamble. I'm going to go ahead and sit at the table that's got the 1 in 10 chance. And no, guys. And that's what happens when you decide that you want to earn, when you feel like you're going to use the market today. Today I got to get up and earn. You're bringing more money, right? Because you need to earn. So you're bringing more money than you should to the table in the trades, right? Looking at this prior resistance here on this ascending triangulation below, brought that to VIP beforehand. Looking at this as a strong potential for the orders that are stacked below at that level. I know they're stacked there. And whether or not they get picked up, we'll see. But guys, it's a natural target of an ascending triangulation below. So that's the notion that I want you guys to internally receive. It's 2022. This is important stuff that we're talking about. It's your lives, right? It's your goals. It's your operation with the market. It's VIP, and that's the best. It just hit me today that I needed to talk to you guys about that because it's the most natural thing for someone to do. I mean, we got the jobs out of college or before or afterwards by waking up at sunrise. You guys know this by getting to the office before the boss, by, working till midnight if we had to. That's how we got the jobs. That's how we busted it. That's how we got things done, right? Or studying for, I studied for 3 weeks straight or 3 months straight for the exam, right? So to the extent that the market is different, it doesn't want you to trade more. It doesn't need you to trade all the time. That's not going to earn you extra money, okay? Being more selective, right? But the way we're programmed is I need to work harder. I need to trade more. I need another trade, right? If you're trying to earn. So, and using more cash. No, I have to grow this cash. I have to grow this account. I have to, no. You have to put the capital aside, okay? Trust me on this. Work on your success rate first. Then let's get into the capital considerations. That will come. I know, because you'll be telling me, as soon as you start telling me in London, I can sit down and book 4 or 5 trades whenever I want to. When you start telling me that, guys, the dynamic of your capital structuring is going to change. And I tell you guys, if you started with, if someone started with $50 a trade, there's no problem with that. $5 a trade. I wouldn't care if someone started with guys with $5 to 10 to 50 to really 100 to 2,000. It doesn't matter as long as you have 100 times that amount in comfortably expendable cash. Just no problem. Because then you're never going to be bothered by a trade. And can you guys imagine? Can you imagine for me? Think of this from my perspective and yours. Think of this. I'm cutting a video. I'm putting a chart in the back. I'm doing something. And can you imagine yourself looking at this chart with the arrow while we're up here, etc., even before it, the arrow below, just in terms of discussing that for consideration. Can you imagine yourself, now that we've had this great talk, looking at a preceding chart like this, looking at this, but being so upset or nervous over this, that the upset, nervous, the anger, whatever it was from your preceding trade or the angst on this trade, that you couldn't even really notice what's going on in the chart? Because, say, 20 to 30% of you is consumed by being overexposed. Very possible that you've overtraded that day because you're trying to earn money, right? You've lost money on the day. You're upset. You've already traded too much. You're tired, right? And you're not even able, honestly, at that point, if you sabotage yourself like that, you're not even able to receive this specific chart framework. It's a bull pennant right here. Look at this, guys. Are you able to really digest this? You got to be. Move to the upside, bull pennant, symmetrical triangulation, right? That pushed into what? We didn't get a confirmation. We got a shot up to a flat top, to an ascending triangulation, right? So it's a pennant push into an ascending triangle. And then it's a flat top below with an ascending triangle below. And we knew we didn't get the amplitude. See, you have to be so mentally present. You've got to be so mentally on your game, guys, that it's just, I say, can you imagine getting a chart like that and not being able to even really focus fully on it? Like, half cursing underneath your breath about this exchange, this, guys, it'll do it to everybody. It happens, right? Probably a reason I can impersonate it so well. I've had my moments, right? Years ago, guys. It was one of my first great trade was an overnight just wonder. I think I made like 1,700% or something overnight, and then then I missed the exit on it. It was 1,700%. I missed the exit on it, And if you want to see, it was talk about a kid who was convinced the market was rigged, and it's just I went on and on forever, guys. It was like 1,700%. I was like, I mean, that was me. I was like, I'm going to show up in the first time and this and that. It's a $1,700 trade, and I missed my exit, and I'm like, So now in terms of exits, hit your targets. Yeah, that's but you learn the hard way, guys. It's just the truth. But do be encouraged by this conversation. Do not. The worst thing you could do is take the notion from this conversation. Well, London's just saying that we shouldn't be focused at all on making money. It's just not, the market's not about making money. No, guys. The market's all about making money. That's the only thing the market is about, is making money. But you have to adapt the skill set. You have to put that framework in play as we're looking at the fallout from a breached ascending triangulation. Congrats to any VIP that are trading. Congrats, guys. And congrats to anyone who took care when I said you have a decision to make, right? Your screen had turned green on breakout. You had a decision to make. Anytime you're in the money, you have a decision to make. Let this be one of those building conversations for 2022. When I say we're building, in 2022, we're building. Understand the skill set that you can put into play to become a consistent trader, okay? To where the capital requirement, the more you can divorce yourself from this whole capital issue, like I need more money to make more money. No, you need consistent trades, okay? You need consistent trades. The ability to book 4, 5 consistent positive trades in a row, okay? That's the goal 2022. Don't let your capital or lack of capital interfere with that. Let's work on your consistency. Promise me, work on your consistency. You're going to throw yourself just a bad curveball, guys, because anytime you do that out of sync, and it's the gamble, it's the rush, it's what you needed today and you got through last week, and guys, become consistent. Become consistent. Step into that upper echelon, top 1% tier of the market. That's my goal for you guys. That's my goal for VIP. Absolutely. So I wanted to stream and tell you guys that tonight. I hope that you received it well. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. And I say this stuff, guys, I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm not trying to be anything like that. I've been around some rock and roll traders, guys. I'm telling you, like the best in Wall Street, okay? I don't purport to be that, but I have been around that. I've had that at my hedge fund. Period, preceding in California, non-SEC private hedge fund. But I'll tell you straight out of the bag, like zero questions, zero doubt, number one, okay, in terms of Wall Street. Like I've been around some big dogs. I've watched them sweat. I have watched them sweat, guys. You have no idea. I've been around more psychology with more heavy-hitting traders. You want to talk about sweating, guys. So I've been around the block with some heavy trade. Some guy got $1 million trade in. He's all excited. No, guys. No, guys. Big stuff, guys. So, and I think I've mentioned some of that. I don't want to talk about that right now, but I want to reconfirm with you the basic psychology of where you're at, and becoming successful means establishing a protocol of consistency, guys, of 4 or 5 positive trades. That's the goal. So let's work towards it. Those 100 rounds, that should be the goal. Work on your levels of precision. Buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets. We're going to do this. Exciting information. And what was this? I got to pull this up. What was this? And I don't think it's going to let me right now. But Anthony, what was this today? What was this? Hold on. What was this? Because I just got to pull this up, and half the people will probably tune out. You shouldn't. 517% for Anthony. Hugely impressive. 517%. I think there was another one there too. And I know that Freddie, you had some great trades. I'll try and scroll this back up later on. And I'll get these to everybody. 1,415%. 1,415%. I should say it again, but instead I'm going to correct it right now. 1,415.71. Now that is a go get 'em, kind of just killing it kind of move. Beautiful. I updated it on the stream ticker on the bottom right then and there, Anthony. So that is now official on the bottom ticker. Should be, no, it's on the top underneath VIP right now. I put that underneath VIP. I'll change this around a little bit more, but got it flowing a little bit better since yesterday. I moved Angel down to the bottom next to the Lambo, Josh down to the bottom right, and you guys up to the top right to feature you guys and kind of some blue skies, something nice, getting that looking cool. And that's the word, guys. Okay, so I'm just excited. Alts are down. I'm excited the market's kind of falling apart. I'm excited about this rare opportunity to focus on trading. And guys, I met a financial advisor today. Big dog. I want to tell you, I'm just going to call him Big Dog. He might as well be like a Hollywood movie producer style deal kind of guy. The Joe Schmo with the Lambo with the just the earring, maybe the tattoos, whatever he needs. He's a financial advisor, right? Guys, there is not another group, I will tell you, there's not another group at all or another individual that I know, okay? And you can watch the clock and you can rewind it and you can go through tape by tape, but through the entirety of all this zone, really from here, okay? Participation up through here, absolutely great time to buy. You understand, even amongst the double top, etc. What have we been saying? Heavy cash reserves. Boom. Telling you guys, it has hurt a lot of people, and you know this. You haven't heard heavy cash reserves as much as you've heard it from me anywhere, guys, anywhere else. And that is something that you'll know forever, period. You'll just know that. You will remember this market event in terms of just the overall entirety of the market. You'll remember this. You'll remember me, and you'll remember our experience. You'll remember being with VIP, and the notion was, oh yeah, it was just that we were supposed to have heavy cash reserve, and then the market just fell apart. Then the whole market, everything, the equities, everything just went down the drain. You'll remember this. I promise you will, because no one else has been saying that. No one else has been saying that. And that's a big deal for us to continually say that. And in the circles you walk or I walk, I mean, there's some big financial advisors, not just like the one I met today in passing, guys, but some other big wealth managers, etc. There's just that's been the key to really success. Now, as you look at the last year, yeah, while things were going through the roof, while they decided to climb on up and over reality and crash back through the floor, in equities, we'll just say in equities, crypto, etc., what is the strategy in play? Heavy cash reserves. Boom. We focused on it for a year. Awesome, isn't it, guys? And I'm glad that you have it. I hope that you still have it. Don't go to Vegas and spend it, okay? You guys be good, because I need you guys in VIP. We're a team, okay? We're getting through the 100 rounds. Looking at this top level of resistance here. I'll be in the back with the VIP. Appreciate all you guys, and we'll talk soon. If you're not VIP yet, you got to join. Guys, please join us if you trade 14, 15. Look at this, 1,415%. I'm going to do a special video for Anthony, and I'll wrap some really killer technicals around it. Like last night when I did the YouTube video, you guys got to watch those and watch them quickly, guys. Looking at this specific return to feature, I let you know we would expect price to touch back down through this zone. Boom. Absolutely, guys. We were right up in here. Boom. We were up above. Actually, we were up above. Yes, we were. And then, bam, retouch back through that zone and up and out. And that bullish pattern also indicated. So, way to go, guys. Nice double bottom feature. We're going to be watching in the back. I'm just going to tell you in terms of price action. Why don't we do this in terms of our upside targets? Let's mark them out. Let's mark this out in terms of upside target 26087. Let's make this green. Let's make this a green. 26087. Let's look at that. And in terms of the move to our first target to the upside, well, it would be putting $3,300 on the price of Bitcoin up to 26,000. We're going to mark this first one, and it's going to be a bit before we get there. That's my impression. It's going to be a little bit before we get there, okay, guys? So it's going to be a little bit before we get to that green line in my playbook, okay? That's my playbook. But you guys hey, we'll see. You guys, maybe you brought some. If you brought some rocket fuel with you, you let me know. Okay, you let me know in the back if we brought some rocket fuel. I'd be happy to see that. You make sure, and we will put it all over the VIP in the back, and we'll get it lit up, and we'll get it going. How about that? If you guys find the rocket fuel, you let me know. That's just my playbook in terms of that, guys. And I'm a little bit relaxed on BTC right now. It's been nice